practice, and you made some tough catches, big balls from Kirk. Just talk about yesterday's practice first, and what went well.
I think the ball was in the air and playmakers were making plays. So I think that's what was going well. And to keep that consistent is going to be a big thing, and I think we're doing that right now. So it was a fun practice.
And then today it seemed like you were frustrated at times. So could you kind of contrast like yesterday and today, and then what happened today?
Well, I felt what it's like, to be with a QB of that caliber and being able to go out there and kind of do what I know I can do. And so now I've seen it and I felt it. So now it's a consistency thing. And I think if I don't have a day like that, then it's a failure, So I think that's just me just being the competitor and trying to push myself for consistency and just being great.
I saw you and Kirk and Kyle with AJ over like in the far end,
yeah.
Like working on some stuff. What were you guys talking about? What were you working on?
We were just working on stuff after practice. Something that we usually do, especially AJ is willing to help us, and we were just getting some work.
You guys getting a pass rusher from New England, that Matthew Judon. How exciting is that?
Very exciting. Anything to help this team win, I'm all for it. He's on the defensive side, so I'll let them handle that. But I'm very excited for him to come over here and make an impact.
Rick, I know it could be frustrating after you have a day like yesterday, you as the offense collectively, and then today the defense come in and stop you all. But yet still, just looking at it as a totality, is that a good thing? Or how good does that feel to know that you can't have a day where your defense comes out and basically ball out?
Yeah, I mean, our mentality is that we want to be able to go out there and annihilate everything in front of us every time we step on the field, right? But to have the defense to come back and throw that counter punch and it be days where it's just straight back and forth, I think that's a good characteristic of a good team, I think that's going to help us in the long run, and that's literally iron sharpens iron. So I can't be mad at it, but at the same time, I want the offense to win.
I think every time we talk with Kirk, he has like a new compliment to say about you, whether it's your hands or whatever, the way you get the ball. What's that like to hear someone with so much experience in this league be so complimentary towards you and craft?
It feels amazing. He's played a lot of ball in his years, and good football at that. So to hear it from him is really, really good, and it just makes me want to go out there and prove to everybody that he's saying the right things, and that's true about me.
Having this training camp with him over these last 3 weeks and the times you guys had before mini camp and everything, how much has that helped you grow your game? What have you seen in these last month?
Immensely. And I don't even think it's just Kirk solely. I think it's just everybody here. There's different coaching techniques that are being used as far as getting to the player and knowing who he is and how he's going to reciprocate that. So I think that ultimately I'm just having fun playing ball again.
The team added a lot on the offensive side in the offseason. Kirk, obviously, Mooney, et cetera, Ray. They didn't do much on defense, but now they have this pass rusher. Is that kind of like the missing piece? Could it be like that missing thing for this team to really take it to the next level?
I'm not really in the defensive room like that, so I can't really tell you. But again,
you play against them, right?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not all up in the interior and stuff like that. So, they're doing a hell of a job, and the more pieces we can add, the better it's going to be. So I can't complain at all about any of that.
Kurt talked about how the team is just so in tune with each other and they're actually friends and buddies. Do you think that can help the team as far as going into the season?
Yeah, for sure. When you have a bond like that, I think that's what makes big plays happen. That's what helps you down the road when the season gets grimy and things like that. Like, Mooney's going to take a screen. I'm going to block my ass off because I know that he's going to get me if I had the screen or whatever it might be. But to actually go out there in between the lines and fight for your brothers and say that they're actually your brothers outside the lines is a huge deal for a team. And I think we had that camaraderie.
And I seen you, I think it was a pass where it was broken up, or it should have been a touchdown. They didn't call it a touchdown. But I seen you slapping hands with Bates, and you all was having fun or whatever. What do you all share, like, different advice with each other as far as, okay, you need to do this, or on this play you should have done that instead of this?
Oh yeah, there's always helpful tips that everybody gives, especially to the guys who see stuff a little bit better than others. And we're just here to help each other, try to elevate the team in general, because if I help you and you help me, then that's just going to elevate us all, and that's going to push us to W's.
You said that you felt what it was like to play with a quarterback of the level of Kirk Cousins. I'm just curious, what exactly does that feel like?
Feels like you're playing good football. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but it's just a person who has countless reps. They've probably been in about every scenario that you could possibly think of in football. And to have that knowledge and then to go out there and be able to execute stuff like that, it's a little bit different. So I can't truly pinpoint that question, but it's just different.
So just like a feeling that's just like in you.
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence.
Drake,
In terms for you, big day yesterday, big day, or, not so much today, but like the energy for you is kind of that same, like, hyped up. Do you feel like you are looking to strike a balance, or is that just like you're going to leave it all on the field?
I told myself I'm going to be me this year. There's no more, I don't want to say necessarily hiding, but I'm going to be me this year. I'm going to play ball that got me to this point. So I'm not reverting back to any old past or whatever it might be, but I think I'm just going to be me from now on.
Which means what exactly? More aggressive?
I think more loose in a sense. I'm going to talk my talk, I'm going to play my game, and whatever happens, happens, because that's me at the end of the day. So I'm gonna do me.
Did you feel like as a younger player you needed to suppress some of that, or was it just because you were still learning and you had so much other stuff on your mind?
There's a lot of stuff that was going on, but I think it was mainly trying to get comfortable for the game. I mean, I am still very, very young, especially to be in my third year. So it was just a little bit different. I feel, how I said earlier, there's a 180 out here with coaching staff, everybody here, the gameplay, everything. It's just different. So I'm going to be me, and I think that's going to help me elevate myself and the team.
Bringing in a guy of Judon's caliber, what does that mean to the locker room?
I think it means we're taking the right step forward, and I just can't wait for him to come in and help the team in whatever way he's willing to do so or he possibly can.
And then, kind of week one is over, preseason. What is their kind of expectations as you all prepare for Baltimore?
Go out there and win. I mean, that's pretty much it. I know those guys are hungry to play, and we're really excited about that.
All good?
Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys.